Neptune in Aries, the prophetic ignition of our divine sovereignty. Be prepared, children of God. Do you sense the shift in the atmosphere? What began as a mere threshold yesterday has now burst forth into a blazing reality. At 12:31 p.m. Eastern Time today, the warning has transformed into the onset of a profound ignition. As Neptune transitions into Aries, it shatters the final remnants of the old era, dispelling the veil of illusion that has clouded our faith for the past 165 years. No longer are we confined to an age of passive dreaming. Instead, we step boldly into an era of fiery action. This cosmic shift echoes the wisdom of our ancestors, from the Nile's ancient mappers to those who once read the stars as a map to promised lands. In the 1800s, the voices of liberation blended astrological calendars with the cry for an end to our chains, reminding us that the heavens have always guided our path to sovereignty. As children of God, we are called into this sacred fire to reclaim our divine inheritance. Building on this historical foundation, the anxiety we discussed yesterday has evolved into a powerful source of energy, compelling us to pioneer new paths and dismantle long-standing bonds. This ignition at 12:31 p.m. Eastern Time serves as a divine summons to action, marking a pivotal shift from the watery depths of Pisces, where we persevered through silent compassion and healing, to the dynamic fire of Aries, which awakens our pioneering spirit and affirms our personal dignity. Moreover, this cosmic event transcends mere astrology. It ignites a revolution, urging us to abandon passive faith and embrace our destiny as spiritual warriors. Just as the Lion of the tribe of Judah triumphs in Revelation chapter 5 verse 5. See, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has triumphed. We too must rise and dismantle the barriers of oppression that have held us back. As our scholars of liberation theology articulated, God stands with the marginalized in their fight for justice. Neptune's fire ignites this divine solidarity, transforming passive endurance into active resistance, much like the prophetic visions that fueled the great marches and today's movements for our lives. As children of God, will we allow this fire to burn away our chains, or let it consume us in uncontrolled rage? Yet, amidst this fervor, we must not overlook the stabilizing influence of the first quarter moon in Taurus at 11:20 a.m. Eastern Time. This lunar phase calls us to manifest our faith into concrete prosperity, establishing solid foundations for spiritual initiatives that foster wealth and stability within our neighborhoods. Rather than relying solely on abstract prayers, it is time to claim and cultivate the land, echoing the biblical narratives of stewardship in the Old Testament. When we integrate this grounding energy with Neptune's ingress, it forges a transformative synergy where spiritual fire converges with material reality, inspiring us to create economic empowerment that honors the enduring struggles of those who came before us. This means supporting our own enterprises and community projects, turning ancestral wisdom into practical steps for generational wealth. But as children of God, we must remember that this grounding is our divine right, a shield against the chaos that could arise from unchecked fire. In addition, the stellium in Aquarius, comprising the Sun, Mars, and Mercury, intensifies this atmosphere with a surge of collective awakening. This alignment propels us toward communal righteousness, challenging outdated traditions and pursuing truths that extend beyond rigid doctrines. It embodies the principle of Ubuntu. I am because we are. This energy resonates with modern expressions from our global icons, who nod to ancient spiritualities in their work, urging us to forge networks that amplify our voices in media, art, and activism. Consequently, the universe beckons us to unite against forces that stifle our spirits, transitioning from the individual pioneering of Aries to the communal revolution of Aquarius, where we build networks to amplify our voices for justice. As children of God, we are reminded that our collective power is a reflection of divine unity. Today's revelation is anything but passive. It burns with intensity, crumbling the illusions of mere endurance and illuminating the path to self-determination. The divine speaks clearly, though many may remain deaf to its call. However, the hidden choir resounds, demanding our attention. A potent symbol accompanies Neptune's ingress into Aries, a woman emerging from the sea, embraced by a seal, signifying rebirth from watery sacrifice into purposeful action. In our cultural astrology, as explored in the study of soul vibrations, the stars reflect our unique rhythms. while some traditions associate Pisces with our history of endurance through trials. Aries. Fire reclaims our warrior essence, seen in figures like the fiery advocates of radical change who pioneered our path. Similarly, in our shared heritage, this fire echoes the keepers of the forge and the pathmakers, who carve new ways through flame. This mirrors the shift in our collective consciousness, from the fog of self-denial to the clarity of bold reality. Yet this fire does not rage without direction. It reclaims our inherent power. Meanwhile, the moon in Taurus anchors us in earthly values, linking directly to the legacy of our ancestors and motivating us to transform spiritual visions into tangible victory. But as children of God, will we direct this fire toward liberation or allow it to become a strange blaze of destruction? This narrative of the warrior, woven with themes of sovereignty and empowerment, reaches its climax today as these cosmic forces converge. The old dream, beautiful yet confining, gives way to the resounding choir of divine justice, and once attuned to it, we cannot turn away. Furthermore, this awakening originates from within, having simmered in anticipation of this very moment. For those who sense the buildup, yesterday's anxiety has alchemized into an urgent drive to act, pioneer, and liberate. But as children of God, we must channel this drive with wisdom, for the Bible warns in Leviticus chapter 10, verses 1 to 2 of the strange fire, impulsive actions born of hatred and lack of restraint that can lead to ruin. Indeed, the choir has been rehearsing, and today it performs at full volume. Our spirits have been attuned throughout the week. Perhaps we have felt the exhaustion morphing into fire, the restlessness solidifying into resolve, and the vibrations aligning with the warrior's cadence. This is no coincidence. Since the day we honor our prophetic legacy, cosmic fire has fueled our essence, with oppositions creating tension that now erupts in ignition. As Malachi chapter 3 verse 2 proclaims, "But who can endure the day of his coming? Who can stand when he appears? For he will be like a refiner's fire or a launderer's soap." The divine has refined us through trials, preparing us for this revelation. As children of God, we are forged in this refiner's fire to emerge stronger. Neptune in Aries is not merely mystical, it demands action, resonating through our being with the echoes of our ancestors, cries for freedom. Yesterday's activation of wounds served as the final breach, allowing this fire to surge forth. The divine does not ignite without purpose. It builds pressure to facilitate breakthroughs. And what emerges today is a message so profound that it alters our communal reality forever. But as children of God, we must heed the warning. This fire can explode into suppressed anger within our circles, and if not guided by faith, those who oppose our rise may exploit it to sow meaningless chaos. Some may have experienced physical sensations, pressure in the third eye, tightness in the throat, or heaviness in the root chakra. These signal the ignition of energy centers, priming us for the divine download. This activation stirs ancestral traumas, echoing the shadows of the past and the systemic hurdles that have shaped this land, but offers healing through collective rituals, as scholars of our cosmic journey advocate in discussions on the great cycle of national renewal. Although the peak occurs at 12:31 p.m. Eastern Time, its influence permeates the entire day, marking the hour of the soul when the veil thins and the divine communicates directly. As children of God, will we receive this download as medicine for healing, or let it become a destructive force? The reason some shatter while others ascend lies in how energy is received, which depends on one's way of life. If we live authentically, confronting shadows and committing to the work, today elevates us with clarity and purpose. Revelation brings relief as pieces align and paths clarify. Conversely, if we hide from the truth or cling to illusions, today dismantles those facades. Nevertheless, both outcomes are gifts, as the divine highlights stagnation and provides insights for advancement. But as children of God, we are called to rise, turning revelations from yesterday into blueprints for action today. The Aquarius stellium assembles a compelling case for our people, with Jupiter in Cancer preserving emotional truths tied to ancestral bonds. Today, these realities intersect, allowing truth to surface and set us free, though it may initially sting. Beyond the Neptune-Moon dynamic, a cardinal T-square is triggered, with Chiron and Aries at its apex, intensifying deep insecurities. This tension between fog and grounding channels into Chiron, where revelations hurt before they heal, posing the challenge, what now, Will we hide or heal? Cardinal signs compel action, delivering a cosmic impetus to initiate anew, lead our communities, and cease waiting for permission. The T-square's energy is potent. It yields under pressure, breaking resistance and propelling progress. But as children of God, we must remember that this push is divine, guiding us like the pillar of fire that led the Israelites through the night in Exodus chapter 13, verse 21, a source of direction, protection, and warning all at once. We are entering a new exodus into the fire, a cycle of spiritual pioneers for the collective. It is time to stop waiting for an external savior. Today's energy demands that each of us become a leader for our own lives and communities. Similar to the paths of the secret railroad or the marches for our dignity, where our forebears followed an inner divine light through darkness, we too are led by this cosmic fire. As children of God, we claim our role in this exodus, forging ahead with faith. Furthermore, expect prophetic dreams tonight and into January 25th through 26th. Do not dismiss them. With Jupiter in Cancer governing emotions and ancestral memories, alongside Neptune's influence, hidden truths may arise in the dream state. Focus on the feelings evoked rather than literal content. Do we feel trapped in outgrown comforts? Nostalgic for legacy matters? Some may receive download dreams, absorbing insights without retaining details, courtesy of Neptune's Piscean upgrades. Therefore, journal any fragments, as they preview revelations and convey divine messages unfiltered by the waking mind. As children of God, these dreams are our divine inheritance, whispers from the Creator. Spiritual overload is a genuine phenomenon today, so handle it wisely. Neptune's ingress floods us with information, dissolving boundaries and opening multiple spiritual channels. Thoughts may race and visions cascade. The Neptune moon download can feel overwhelming, exploding with insights. However, do not attempt immediate processing. The divine does not require it. Today delivers a massive influx. Document everything and integrate later, as clarity may unfold over weeks. Illusions cannot endure under this ingress, which characteristically exposes the futility of facades. Revelations may not be dramatic, but rather highlight ignored truths. Pretended faith, delayed restoration, or dismissed dreams. The moon in Taurus enforces accountability, while Neptune in Pisces upholds suppressed spiritual truths. As these forces align, the cost of lies exceeds that of truth, prompting words to flow and conversations to unfold. But as children of God, we turn this exposure into hope, for the fire refines rather than destroys. These revelations of illusions are intentional, clearing the way for authentic connections by removing barriers. This 24-hour window offers profound transformation, with effects rippling through January 25th to 27th, an awakening window where truth flows freely. Pay attention to every detail. A conversation, a song, a book, or recurring numbers all serve as breadcrumbs from the divine. Synchronicities abound, and today's ingress reveals patterns, with repeating themes acting as divine memos, presenting truth from multiple angles until it becomes undeniable. Words carry extra weight, capable of shifting timelines. As children of God, reflect on this. What lie was burned away in your life yesterday? Share it so we can liberate one another, building collective strength through honest testimony and mutual support. Our communal path undergoes a divine audit today, with the moon in Taurus reviewing stability and Neptune in Pisces advocating for emotional needs. This revelation functions as a divine negotiation, exposing imbalances where survival has been sacrificed for comfort or growth stifled. Some may realize they have climbed the wrong mountain, pursuing paths that crush the soul, while others recognize they have played small out of fear. This audit provides guidance for adjustments and course corrections, like a prophetic GPS recalibrating toward our soul's true destination. As children of God, we embrace this audit as a call to our higher purpose. This is a moment of choice. Neutrality is impossible amid such powerful forces. Will we opt for the grounded stability of Taurus or the dreamy fulfillment of Pisces? The secret lies in integration. Grounded actions honor spiritual needs, and spiritual visions require practical foundations. As these thresholds converge, evolution demands we honor both, blending Taurus's practicality with Pisces's depth for true wisdom. But as children of God, We know this integration is our birthright, leading to freedom. What follows this threshold? January 26th marks the beginning of a whisper that cascades into chain reactions over weeks and months. On January 27th, Mars conjunct Pluto at 9 a.m. Eastern Time empowers us to act on today's lessons, turning revelation into revolution. Later, the Moon in Gemini at 4:55 p.m. Eastern Time resets communication, fostering fresh dialogues built on truth. These events prepare us for greater shifts, as Mars-Pluto amplifies Neptune's ingress, heralding spiritual pioneering for our lineage and issuing prophetic orders for a new era. The impact varies by rising sign, illuminating specific life areas where structures are audited and illusions revealed. For Aries or Libra rising, focus falls on self and relationships, uncovering ancestral secrets in partnerships and the cost of ambition to sanctuary. Taurus or Scorpio rising addresses resources and transformation, exposing money illusions and dependencies that hinder our progress. Gemini or Sagittarius rising challenges communication and beliefs, crumbling outdated philosophies to birth prophetic understanding. Cancer or Capricorn rising examines home and career, making family dynamics undeniable against soul needs. Leo or Aquarius rising highlights creativity and routine, revealing health patterns tied to suppressed emotions and the separation of spiritual from physical well-being. Virgo or Pisces rising tensions, values, and community, breaking the habit of dimming one's light for group comfort. Today's threshold is part of a divine orchestration for 2026, preparing us for a massive shift in communal faith. This threshold aligns with the great cosmic cycle of this nation, a once in 248-year cycle dismantling the shadows of power, preparing us for a redefined sovereignty. The divine applies pressure and tension for awakening, because the stakes are immense, not minor adjustments, but a quantum leap. Though overwhelming now, the truth revealed today will guide us through what lies ahead, and in hindsight, its timing will prove perfect. No transit, aspect, or spiritual event is wasted. Each serves a purpose, ensuring we embrace truth for our next evolution. As children of God, we step into this quantum leap with assurance. Some will step into prophetic purposes beyond imagination, while others release patterns carried across lifetimes. Regardless, this threshold clears, reveals, and liberates. In these final hours, everything transforms. Record it all. The energy builds with electricity and anticipation, signaling a significant spiritual pivot for 2026. Our souls have been prepared through challenges, lessons, and growth leading to this revelation. We are ready, even if it does not feel so. This threshold is not imposed upon us. It is designed for us. As children of God, we claim it as our divine path. The divine does not wield truth as punishment, but as liberation, shattering what must end to birth new beginnings. The hidden choir sings, interrupting illusions and concluding the performance of pretense. Now, spiritual reality commences. Are we ready to hear what the divine has waited to impart? Today, on January 26th at 12:31 p.m. Eastern Time, the spiritual silence breaks as Neptune in Aries unleashes an awakening that echoes through our existence. The divine reveals everything. The question is, are we prepared to listen? O Creator, you are the fire that burns away all impurity, yet also the light that guides the striving. As children of God, we pray for wisdom to direct the flame now igniting in our souls during this hour of Neptune's entry into Aries. Do not let us be consumed by blind anger, but refine us through righteous justice. We declare that the era of passivity is over. We receive the prophetic mandate to embark on this new journey, protect our minds from the enemy's provocations, and keep our feet firm on the path of truth. May your power transform our revelations into actions that liberate our people. We are the new generation of warriors, fighting with faith, wisdom, and united love. Amen. As children of God, now is the time to act with purpose. Observe the shift in our collective will today. First, identify the truths received yesterday and transform them into blueprints for action. Second, control the anger stirred by systemic imbalances, channeling fury into constructive power. Third, prepare for tomorrow's explosion, when Mars conjuncts Pluto at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, reaching the peak of empowered action. Today is for recharging and aligning direction. If this content resonates, consider subscribing for ongoing insights. Share your thoughts in the comments to build our community. Until next time, take care and stay grounded in divine fire. Explore the voices of our cosmic wisdom for further guidance.